everybody, and welcome to Las Lomas High School for the Battle of the Creek Volleyball Edition. I'm Anthony Schultz along with Lasila Saluni of the Northgate Junior Varsity. And right now we got a couple of teams here, Lasila. Northgate at 11-11 and Las Lomas at 12-10. Both teams doing pretty well, but looks like nobody's going to catch Campo Lindo out there in the DFAL. But you know these teams really well. Tell us a little bit about this matchup tonight.
We definitely have two talented teams over here. It's definitely going to be a good game, Northgate versus Las Lomas. We know they've been working for this moment to show their own town who owns the creek, and it's definitely going to be a good game. There's going to be a lot of kills, nice sets, digs. They're going to put all their efforts in. They've been working for this moment for a while, and we're going to see right here, right now, who's going to own the creek. So let's give it up to Las Lomas and Northgate Volleyball.
Battle of the Creek coming up right here on Walnut Creek TV. And also, tonight it's Dig Pink Night in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness. So just about to get started, the referees tonight, and the R1 is going to be David First. He's going to be in the standing position. And then Mike Capps, the R2, he'll be on the near side on the floor. So overall, we look at the DFAL. Campo Lindo, always a powerhouse, 14-3 overall, 5-0 in the DFL. Alhambra, Acalanes, Northgate 11-11, 2-3 in league. Las Lomas 12-10, 1-3 in league. Miramati 6-8, 0-4, bringing up the rear in the Diablo Foothill League. Okay, just about ready to start. Well, the girls ready to go. These teams have met earlier in the season. Las Lomas took that one. And we'll kind of go over their game logs and how these teams started. And kind of, both teams, struggling a little bit, then getting hot, then struggling a little bit, getting hot, kind of alternating that way. And after tonight, just 4 matches left, and both teams still with designs on making the North Coast section.
Yes.
Okay, looks like Northgate is going to get the opening serve.
Number 7, Paris Haraguchi.
And Haraguchi to serve, and we are underway right here on Walnut Creek TV. Set, spike, and a beautiful dig there. Somebody spanked over. Set back, and boy, a back row attack right there, but it comes up a little short as the Northgate ends up getting the point.
Another serve by Paris Haraguchi. Nice serve.
Another back row attack here, and that went a little bit too far. And right on that one.
Another point for Northgate girls volleyball.
Yeah, Caitlin Farrell right there near the line and knew exactly when to touch it and when not to. That one was out of bounds by quite a bit. 2-0 here in the early going for the visiting Broncos. Back row attack being utilized quite a bit here. Set, tapped over. Nicely done.
Paris sets it up.
That back set looked pretty good right there, but Las Lomas on that one. Set, spike.
Nice.
Dug out nicely and tapped over by Big Sister for the point.
That was a block by Tui Moiofa Saluni.
Tui Saluni, middle blocker, outside hitter, a sophomore. And it's quickly 3-0 here. And boy, that one was kind of like pushed out there to nobody in no woman's land, I guess we could say, out there to the far side of the floor, and it's 4-0.
And this will be the same server by Paris.
Boy, Paris is going to get tired from swinging that right arm. Here she goes again. And try that back row attack here again.
Nice pass by the libero by Las Lomas.
Oh, blocked up front there. Saluni was there along with number 1, Reagan Richardson.
But that's going to make its way out. So that's Las Lomas point.
4-1 now. They've had it blocked, but they couldn't get it to keep it in bounds. And the Knights will serve for the first time, and they are on the board. 4-1, set, spike, and Saluni putting it down hard, and it's 5-1. That's what we call a kill.
That's a kill.
So 5-1. Big sister Tui Saluni getting involved here very early, a couple of points there. 5-1 now in favor of the visiting Broncos. Broncos and the Knights. Of course, this rivalry that dates back quite a ways and always very festive, even in football where they're not in the same league anymore. Still always a great game to do, and we like to bring those to you as much as possible.
That's going to be a pass by Katie.
Boy, back row attack again. And both teams are using that quite a bit, hitting from the back row.
Yeah, that was a nice one by number 12 from Northgate's volleyball team.
Yeah, Olivia Patterson knocking that one down, and quickly it's 6-1. And we are just getting so many pictures here. I feel like the paparazzi's stalking us. Oh, cross-court set. Got to put this one over. They do. So out of system that time for Northgate. This one pounded over.
Picked up by Olivia.
And that one falls right into the middle of the floor where no woman was, and it's 7-1. Nice start for Northgate.
Definitely, yeah.
And timeout on the floor, and it looks like the Knights want to talk things over, kind of shaking their heads a little bit. But, you know, as in a lot of sports, basketball, and, you know, certainly here in volleyball, runs come, both ways. So
definitely a good game. Northgate's definitely starting off strong.
Yeah, for Las Lomas, they started out really hot. Lucila 4-0 with victories over Pitt, Freedom, Vallejo, and Clayton Valley, and then they dropped a pair to California and Alhambra, and we'll get into more of that a bit later, but kind of the same situation on both sides. Both teams, showing the ability to win, but then also to kind of slide into those slumps as well. All right, the ladies back on the floor, 7-1.
Northgate serve, and this will be served by Olivia Patterson, number 12.
Outside hitter, an oppo, and Olivia the senior.
Nice serve.
Back set, tapped over, and well done that time. It looked like she was going up for the block and then just kind of threw that change up, and the Broncos weren't quite ready for it.
That was a nice tip. It definitely looked like it was going to be a hit, but she switched up the play.
Keep them off balance. 7-2 now. And this one way out.
Yeah, it's going to get out.
A little bit too strong on the serve. And Sydney Jacinto, Jacinto. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Try not to butcher that one as the night goes on. And Jacinto digs that one out. Back set. Spike.
Touch.
Oh. Tui was able to dive into the near corner here looking to get it, but couldn't come up with the pancake that time, and it's going to be the third point for Las Lomas. It's now 8-3.
That was a good touch, though.
I want to give a shout out to Rocco's Restaurante and Pizzeria. 20 years of support. We thank you very much, Rocco's Restaurante and Pizzeria. And this one just going to make it over. Back set, spike, and now we're going to have a call here. Into the net is going to be the call?
Yeah, net for Las Lomas. That will be number 8.
Las Lomas into the net. Grace Lindsay guilty of the infraction, and that's going to make it 9-3 in favor of the road team here.
It'll be Northgate serve by Lily.
There it is. Northgate looking to tie up the season series at 1 apiece. Sets, and just another changeup.
That was a nice hit by number 15 from Las Lomas. That was a tough one to block for Northgate.
Iris McMillan, the middle blocker, and again, going with that change of pace instead of the spike, going with the tip. And from the 4 points for the Knights, they've gotten 2 of them off similar, those 2 plays very similar to each other.
Nice.
Blocked very nicely, and on third one's got to go over. That's going to be a 4th hit, I believe.
Yeah, no touch.
Yeah, you can only hit it 3 times. Even I know that rule.
Yeah.
9-5 now in favor of Northgate. And they're going to let this one go. And That's just a case a couple of times now tonight, Lucila, of the Northgate Broncos knowing exactly where the end line is.
Yeah. This will be Northgate serve by number 9 from Northgate, Sierra Edeher. That's Sierra Edeher.
And Sierra, nearly gets the point, and then this one knocked away. And that was actually number 7, Lindsay Portier, and she kind of looked like she just reached out and touched out one with her left hand and kind of knocked it away from one of her teammates. 11-5 now. Back set.
She's going to free ball that over.
Set. Spike. And that one's going to be wide left.
Yeah.
And actually, they gave the Knights the point on it, so I guess that one, no, that's right, wide left. Knights point, 11-6.
Number 8 serves from Las Lomas. That'll be passed by Lily.
Boy, that one's going to be too far to the far side of the court. And boy, the passes didn't look real crisp for Las Lomas that time. They're kind of all over the place.
Yeah, if there's no good pass, it's harder for the setter to set her hitters. Nice serve by Katie.
There's a set. Spike blocked. And diving for it and trying to get it. I can't see the number here, but unable to do so. And that's Lily Bender who got there but couldn't make the play. And again, they had the twin blockers over here on the near side. Got a piece of the ball but couldn't send it back the other way. 12-7 now. Northgate continues to lead.
That'll be a nice dig by Sierra Edeher.
That is a highlight play right there, but that one's going to go a little bit long. And the Knights are going to pick up point number 8. But boy, that Edeher dig that time, that was beautiful.
That was a nice dig.
Tapped over. Caitlin Farrell diving for it, but you can't get there. The libero in black. Caitlin not able to get to the spot that time, and it's going to be 12-9.
That was a nice serve from Las Lomas, number 11. That will be Eva Nethercott. Here she goes with another serve.
3-point lead now.
A pass by Lindsay.
Oh, and Tui's going to be into the net, I believe, and it's going to be a point going the other way.
Yeah. Net by Northgate. Las Lomas point.
Well, I'll tell you, Lucila, they do not allow you even to breathe on that thing. If it starts shaking, they're always calling that.
Oh, yeah. That'll be passed again by Lindsay Phillips.
Pushed over. They're going to call a double touch? They are.
That's a double.
Boy, how do you see that with the naked? I mean, with the naked eye, how do you see that?
Thank goodness I'm not roughing.
12-11 now, and beautifully dug out into the net.
Played off the net by Paris Haraguchi. That was a nice play out.
Very nice. Blocked in the middle. Las Lomas able to save it, tapped over. Northgate ready for the changeup that time. Tapped over, dumped over. Set, back row attack.
Played out by the setter from Northgate.
Tui with her back to the net that time.
Nice dig by Katie from Northgate.
Oh, Farrell with another good play.
Good pass by Las Lomas. She takes it. Sierra passes that ball, sets the outside.
Touched over, and they can't save it this time. Diving for it was Grace Paulson, number 13, one of the captains of this team, but that was our best rally of the night.
Yeah, that was really nice rally. All these girls definitely put all their efforts in, try to get that ball, they're winning for that point.
13-11 now. Northgate's led the whole way so far as we are in set number 1 of this match. And that one just mishit right there over by Jacinto. I think she wanted to go forward with that and kind of an exit stage right.
Up to serves number 7, Paris, their setter.
Again for Haraguchi. And a little bit too far. So a service error there, 14-12 now.
Point goes to Las Lomas, now serving number 7.
Lindsay Portier with the serve. Haraguchi set. Tui tips it over.
Nice.
There's Farrell again with that dig. This one blocked at the net, but the Knights can't get it go the other way, and they're going to give up the point here, 15-12. We haven't seen the slide play yet. We haven't seen a setter dump play yet.
That was a nice score by Reagan, number 1. He's also a sophomore.
Reagan Richardson.
That's going to be passed by Libero from Las Lomas.
Oh, and Farrell diving for this one, but can't get it. As the Knights get the kill, they cut the lead now to 2, 15-13. So Olivia Patterson now thought she was going to be serving, and they have to give the ball up. And here's Jacinto. And this one way too far. Boy, Sydney tried to get some downward trajectory on that one, but could not do it. It just sailed on her, and it's 16-13. You're on a roll, and then you have the service error. Kind of things that makes the coaches tear their hair out of their head.
That was a serve by Tui Saluni.
The back set. Haraguchi the set. This one punched over, and it's going to be good.
It's a point for Las Lomas. Way to see that out.
Well, actually, out. Pardon me. I thought that was good. But it's going to be the point for Las Lomas, 16-14 now. Northgate coached by Grace Lau in her first season. Jennifer Lee was at the helm last year, and the club finished 22-16. Back set, spike, blocked, but they can't get it back over, and the point going to Northgate. And boy, so far, Lucila, every time the Knights make a run, the Broncos were able to push them away just a little bit.
Yeah, that was a nice hit by number 1.
Going to have a substitution here for the Broncos. Lindsay Phillips going to come into the ball game now, and she will do the serving.
That was passed by number 8 from Las Lomas and played out by the setter, Paris Haraguchi.
Good job by Haraguchi, and then this one spanked right into the net. Patterson with that right hand maybe had to come off her wrist a little bit, not the heel of her hand. And the score 17-15.
That will be Las Lomas' point.
Tapped. Oh, Haraguchi saves that one. That one looked like it was going into the net. Set, spike. Jacinto is there.
So outside.
Set, spike. Oh, nicely done with the save. That's Paulson right there, one of the captains.
Back row attack.
Oh, and there's the setter dump by Haraguchi. I said we hadn't seen that yet. We do see it, and it's worked to perfection.
That was a nice one. Definitely tricked Las Lomas that time.
You know, the many times that you'll see that during a game, it almost always catches the opposition unprepared.
Yeah. Up to serve is number 9, Sierra Ediher. That's going to make itself in. That will be an ace again from number 9, Sierra.
19-15, timeout on the floor. And so far, the Broncos have been able to keep the Knights at bay here. They lead it by 4. Opening set here of the Battle of the Creek. And so far, we've seen a pretty good match. One really good rally, but so far, your take on the game, Lucila?
It was a good play out. I definitely like that dump by Paris Haraguchi. That was a nice one. We have some blockers up in the front ready for that ball to come over. Las Lomas' middle is ready to hit, and also their oppo, their setters, definitely getting their balls to their hitters. The only way they can do that is by a nice pass, and that's what the passing has been tonight.
Haven't seen a whole lot of free balls. Not a whole lot of time we're seeing either side out of system.
Yeah.
Most of the time they are getting the ball to their setter and to the opposites.
And there's been a lot of back row attacks this game as well.
Yeah, early on, that was certainly the play that they were favoring. Both teams have seemed to have gone away from it a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, following the timeout now, service belongs to Northgate, and so does the lead at 4. And here we go, 19-15 in favor of the Lady Broncos. Well, here's a free ball here. Set, spike, off the tip. Jacinto the save.
Free ball over to Northgate.
Oh,
Nice dig.
beautiful play there to keep that one alive. And we've got ourselves a bona fide rally.
Nice.
And that one's going to be slammed down. It looked like it was Iris McMillan, the 6'1 senior middle blocker, able to get that one knocked down.
That was a smart play.
The ability to go up and see the ball and kind of know where the defenders are and hit it where they ain't. This one tapped coming towards us and beautifully saved that time. It's going to be out of bounds point. Actually 4 hits and the point going to go to the Lady Knights.
Up to serve is number 8. That will be Grace Lindsay. That makes itself in.
Boy, this one, let's see, that's going to be in. And the point going to Northgate. They lead it 20-17. But a very close battle here as we get toward the end of this first set.
Up to serve is number 13, Katie Farrell.
Tapped. They're going to keep this one alive. Got to come over with this one. They do.
Sets her outside. Lindsay Phillips picks it up.
Well, that one goes awry, and the passing not quite as crisp that time. And Las Lomas going to get the point. And now subbing in for the Knights, number 11, Eva Nethercott, and a 5'2" senior coming into the ball game. And Eva will get to serve. And this one to save, or a dig rather, but not able to get it to go forward. That's exit stage right. It's 20-19, timeout on the floor.
That was a nice serve.
So over to our right, the Northgate ladies talking it over. Over to our left is Las Lomas.
They've definitely picked up their game from the last time out.
So for Las Lomas, they talk about kind of hot and cold. They won 3 out of 4, and that was starting with a September the 3rd win over Benicia and ending with a win over Antioch on September the 14th. That was in the Sonoma Valley tournament. And they got back-to-back wins over Amador and Northgate on September the 24th, and then they lost 3 straight. And that's kind of both teams, when I look at the log, a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde from both these clubs this year. All right, following the timeout, 20-19 as this one continues to be a tight battle.
That was a nice serve by number 11 from Las Lomas.
There's one into the net. And that number 12, Olivia Patterson. And again, Olivia, I guess that just looks like you kind of just mistimed that one.
Yeah.
And even at 20 here, Northgate has not trailed so far tonight. Back row attack, tapped over and played out of the net nicely by Tui, but going backwards with it. He was trying to get it to a teammate, but everybody had kind of collapsed into the middle that time.
Yeah.
So the Knights have taken their first lead of the evening at 21-20 as we close in on the end of this opening set. Never caught. And that one's a little bit too long. Boy, a nice recognition again by Lindsay Phillips. And so far, Northgate has done that very well. When those balls are long, they've been on that the whole time. It's at least 3 or 4 times tonight when it was almost questionable as whether or not to hit it or not. And every time they've made the right choice.
Yeah, that was a nice call by Lindsay Phillips.
21 apiece.
That's the outside.
Blocked back, but not inbounds. That one is going to be out wide to the right. And that time it was Tui with Reagan Richardson both on that side. And that's just so difficult, Lucila. You know, you're blocking the ball, but trying to get it to go where you want it to go.
Yeah. And also the hitter is the one who, decides where to hit the hand. And that was a nice
Spike and a score. Nicely done. That was Ettinger to Saluni for the kill that time, and we are tied at 22.
Northgate serve number 12, Olivia Patterson. Sets the oppo.
Jacinto with the hit. There's a free ball there.
Towards the outside.
Boy, Jacinto on the opposite side spikes it home, and it's 23-22. Well, that pass traveled a pretty fair distance, but in very good shape for Jacinto to put it down. A very entertaining opening set. Jacinto trying to drop it in. Back set, spike.
That'll be pass.
Oh, Jacinto wasn't ready for it momentarily, but she's able to rescue.
That was a nice pickup by the libero.
Boy, and this one's going to be counted for Northgate, and that was the libero, Caitlin Farrell, out of nowhere. I thought that one was going to hit the ground, and she just kind of got right into the middle of the floor to save the day on that one. 23 apiece. Saluni to serve.
It's a power serve right there. Nice. That's a point for Northgate. That's served by Teresa Luna, sophomore.
Boy, Madison Laxamana had that one nearly go off her face that time. 24-23, set point, Saluni serve.
Nice pass.
And they can't dig it out. Lax was looking to get it to Jacinto, but they can't do it. And Northgate, after having the lead almost the entire first set, ends up trailing and then coming back to win 25-23 through set number one. And it's 1-0 in favor of Northgate. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back here to Battle of the Creek on Walnut Creek TV. All right, back, second set getting ready to start here. 25-23, the final in favor of Northgate in that first set. The Lady Knights got down, Lucila, but then made a nice comeback. Actually took the lead briefly, but Northgate able to pull back ahead and hold on for the win.
Yeah.
A good opening set.
That was a nice one. Las Lomas definitely picked up their game through the last points, but Northgate was able to handle that, handle the win for that first set.
And Caitlin Farrell from that libero position. The lady in black, number 13. And she made a couple of very nice plays.
Yeah, that was very nice, and her digs especially.
And big sister Tui also a couple of nice spikes. And those blocks, they're in good position. Tapped over. Oh, nicely done by Northgate, or rather the Lady Knights, to tap that one back over. And the opening point here of set number 2 goes to Las Lomas. Yeah, I think I had that right. You're younger than she is.
I'm older than her. She has the height
Okay.
and the talent.
Okay. So your big sister. Okay. All right. And
She's my younger sister, yeah.
Younger sister. 2-0 in favor of Las Lomas getting underway here in the second set. Knights trying to tie things up. Knights sporting those pink jerseys for Dig Pink Night in honor of breast cancer awareness. Oh, and then reaching up and getting a piece of that. And that time, that ball looked like it was going out. But it looked like Madison Laxamana actually ended up touching that ball and probably would have been better served to let that one go. 2-1 now. Back set. Jacinto taps it over and gets it to go.
She passes that over the blockers from Northgate, and it was hard for the passers in the back to pick up that tip.
We got the blockers in front looking for a spike, and they are just not ready for that little soft tap. Jacinto able to get that one in perfect position. And this one he blocked the net, but looked like they were into the net that time.
Yeah. Las Lomas served again.
4-1 now in favor of the Knights. Jacinto back there to serve again. And kind of like the Broncos did in that first set, it's the Knights this time getting off to the early lead. Boy, that one completely mishit. They had two players in position, including Caitlin Farrell. But not able to get that one to a teammate. 5-1 now. Jacinto one more time, and boy, Farrell and teammate kind of getting confused here. I'm trying to catch that number. I think that's number 4, Novichkova. I think she tapped that one away from. We got a timeout on the floor, but yeah, a couple of points here given up by Northgate. It seemed like the teammates were not really in sync right there. It's kind of a I got it, you take it situation.
Those are nice serves by number 10 from Las Lomas.
So timeout on the floor. The Knights leading it 6-1. And taking a look, Coach Silva not with the club here tonight, but this is his 4th season. Last year they lost in the NCS in the first round to Alameda. And Coach Silva went to Freedom High School, graduated in 2002. And the acting head coach will be Shen Garris for the Knights this evening. 6-1 in favor of Las Lomas. This one going backwards. This one's got to go over here. Free ball situation. Back set. Spike. And Paulson able to put it down with the left hand. And boy, Grace looked like she hit that one with a little bit of a curve on it as it hooked to that back corner on the far side of the floor and was just able to put it in. 7-1.
That was a nice hit by the Alpo hitter and a nice set.
Set up very nice. Back set. The degree of difficulty always looks pretty tough to me.
It definitely is.
Set. Trying to tap it over, but that is not going to go over the net. Northgate gives up another point and now down 8-1. Still a long way to go in the set, but right now, Las Lomas trying to run away and hide from the Lady Broncos. Jacinto one more time, and too far.
Northgate scores up to serve, I believe, is Ashley Bowen.
And they have substituted here, but the ponytail getting in the way of the number.
Olivia Patterson up to serve for Northgate.
I think that's Ashley Bowen, number 15, who came into the ballgame for the Lady Broncos. Paulson gets it over, but they're ready for it this time, are the Broncos. And then tapped over, beautifully done by Paulson. Actually, now they're going to say no point. She completely reached over the net. She didn't touch the net.
Yeah.
But
that's going to be Northgate's point.
Yeah, it's going to be Northgate's point. And Paulson having a little bit of a laugh about that. Yep, I reached over a little too far that time. 8-3. There's the back set. Paulson. Oh, and this one's put over nicely.
Nice.
Oh, we got a rally going here. Set, spike, block to the net. Can they play it out of the net? No.
Nice hit by Northgate, number 1, Reagan Richardson.
Ladies all over the floor that time. And that includes Bella Brady, number 6, getting down there trying to make a play. 8-4 now. The Broncos starting to come back here a little bit in set number 2. Back row attack.
It's outside.
Boy, blocked, but way out of bounds. Paulson was there, along with Bella Brady for Las Lomas, but they could not keep that one between the lines. 8-5. Here comes Northgate. They trailed 7-1 here in this set, and this one going to go right into the net for the service error, and that is going to give the Knights a point. Now that is a rally killer, though, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Las Lomas serves. It's going to be passed by Katie, set it up to the oppo. Picked up by Las Lomas.
Back row attack from Jacinto. Little bit too far, however.
Makes her way to serve number 3, Dewey Saluni.
Younger sister Saluni here. Serving with a 9-6 deficit.
As she patiently waits for the ball.
To make its appearance from behind the curtain.
Let's hope.
Here's Tui with the serve.
Yep, that's my sister.
Set, spike. Tui can't get this one. Got a fist
Never mind.
on it. Diving on the floor to get it, but can't get it back the other way. And the Knights going to get a point here.
That was nice.
They extend to a 4-point lead. It's 10-6. 1-0 in favor of Northgate. A 4-point lead here for Las Lomas, second set. There's that roll shot.
Nice pickup by Las Lomas, number 13.
Set, spike. Oh, nice rescue there. This one's got to come over. It does. Free ball situation. Let's see what the Broncos can do with this. Knights prepared. Jacinto with the spike, and that's going to get over. And it looked like Reagan Richardson of Northgate was there with the block, but could not get that one back over the net. So here's Grace Paulson. Grace Paulson, the opposite, right side hitter. Serving this one, tapped over.
Picked up by Josie Boswell.
Boy, they're going to save that nicely. And we got a rally going here. Back set, Paulson, and too far for Grace that time. Grace Paulson, 4th year on varsity. As you know, she's the strong lefty hitter and receives about 80% of the team's sets, front row or back row, and will be going to Cal to play beach volleyball on a scholarship. Nice. So congratulations to her. And you can see why, very talented player. Oh, and this one, diving for it, can't get it. And that's going to be a point for Northgate. It's 11-8.
Nice serve by Lindsay Phillips, number 4.
Northgate will not go away here. Back row attack, but right into the net that time. And that was just a mishit by Jacinto. And the Broncos creep 1 point closer. It's 11-9. Boy, this one put over. Going to be a free ball. They joust at the net that time, and this one's coming back over. And that starts a rally. Jacinto tapped over.
Oh, no.
We had a player on the floor, and they stopped the play there, but they do award a point to the Broncos. It's now 11-10. We have an injured player here, and that is going to be number 15, Iris McMillan, and she is definitely hobbled now. Here comes Iris to the sideline.
Oh, no.
Favoring her left leg, and she's going to have to come out, and replacing her now will be Roxy Schneider, the opposite outside hitter, and the 5'7" junior takes over. This one coming over. Back set. Spike. Boy, and the Broncos cannot return this one.
That'll be out. That's a touch from Northgate, so this will be Las Lomas this point.
So, Jacinto, pardon me, the Knights going to serve here, leading by 2. This one got to come over here on the third hit. It does. Set. Jacinto, spike. Trying to save it, getting a piece of it, but not able to get it to come back is Farrell. Boy, and that's really just kind of you try to get there and hope you can pop it straight up and get it to a teammate, but that is a very difficult play to make. Another point here for the Knights. They lead it 13-10. Got a beautiful save near the back line that time.
Back row attack by number 13.
Tapped over.
Nice.
Third one's got to come over. Jacinto does the honors. There's the back row attack again, dug out very nicely. Got a bona fide rally here. Farrell digging that one out. And that one is going to be in, and a point for Northgate. That was a very nice rally and a great finish with the point.
It was a great defense from Las Lomas and Northgate, but nice offensive play by Northgate.
And look, Iris McMillan, and apparently she does have to shake out a few of those cobwebs from that ankle, and she's back in there. It's 13-11 now, so nice to see Iris come back in after going out with an injury. Trying to dig it out there is Jacinto, but she comes up a little bit short. Boy, and the ladies all over the floor.
Nice serve by Sierra Ediher.
Still have not seen that loop around slide play that you'll see quite often in volleyball. Here's Jacinto. This one blocked, and that one's going to be a point for Las Lomas. It's 14-12.
That was a nice hit by Las Lomas, number 10.
Another substitution here for the Knights. And again, that's Eva Nethercott coming into the ball game, and I'm going to say that's Eva, EVA, Eva Nethercott. Eva with the serve. Oh, that one's falling very nicely. Boy, she looked like she put enough spin on that, and the trajectory started going straight down.
Yeah.
And it looked like it caught the Broncos a little bit off guard, 15-12. Eva one more time.
Nice serve.
Nicely done by Paulson to keep that one alive. And Jacinto just kind of swings and fouls that one off. A little baseball analogy since we're in the baseball playoffs. Fouled that one off. It looked like she was in good position that time, Lucila, but just the miss hit.
Up to serve number 13 from Northgate, Katie Farrell.
Here's the Librero again. Boy, that one hit really well that time by Jacinto. She missed that one previous, but this one she absolutely does what she wants to do with it. And that time she hit the fastball.
Yeah.
Too much for Northgate to return. 16-13 in favor of the Knights, trying to even things up here in this battle of the creek. Farrell. Boy, and that one's going to be knocked down by Grace Paulson.
Well done.
Boy, not only, Lucila, is she getting the kills tonight, but it would seem, we don't have the official numbers here, so this is officially unofficial, but her kill percentage seems to be very good, or swing percentage.
Yeah, and her passes are very consistent as well.
17-13 now. Oh, Farrell just at the last moment to save that one, and Tui, and then they're going to call her into the net.
Probably Las Lomas this point.
Las Lomas is going to get the point. Was that a net violation call on that?
Yeah, that'll be a net on Tui.
And we're looking at it, and I don't even see it moving.
She ran into it when she was going for the hit. I'll be taken over by Olivia.
Jacinto again, but Farrell is on the spot. This one blocked, going the other way, and the Knights can't keep it alive. Boy, but a couple of very nice hits that time, 18-14.
Yeah.
Haraguchi.
Nice serve. That'll be an ace by number 7, Paris Haraguchi, a junior from Northgate High.
18-16 now. Haraguchi's had that serve working pretty well. Usually when she gets back there, she's back there for more than 1 or 2. Back set. Jacinto taps it over with the roll shot.
Nice,
and
that was
able
a good
to put
play.
that one in. You know, I love to see the hard shots with the spikes, but sometimes that little bit of trickery with those roll shots and those taps,
Yes.
they do look pretty when they are successful. 19-15 now.
That was a smart play.
I mean, one side to the other, and that ball didn't get above head level at any time.
You love the effort, though.
Yes, you do. Another good match here, 20-15. Knights leading it, and with the serve, Jacinto. Spike blocked.
Covered by Sierra.
Back set, Jacinto is there, second one.
Number 13.
Paulson with the spike, but Northgate's ready for it. Another good rally here. Back set. Paulson, the roll shot, tapped up. Second one, now they're going to give the point over to Las Lomas, and they're going to say a double hit.
That was a nice play.
And you can hear the fans booing. And not that it's not illegal. I'm not saying that it's not illegal. It's just that it looks so close.
Yeah.
Why do you make the call? But that is the rules are the rules. Timeout on the floor, 21-15 in favor of the Knights. And they'll take a quick little break here, but another very entertaining set. Knights out in front, got out to the early lead, and so far in this second set, the Northgate Broncos have not had the lead so far.
Yeah, it was definitely a good comeback for Las Lomas. Definitely giving Northgate a challenge for the set. Northgate fans are out here as well, the Knights, supporting their team.
So we talked about Sydney Jacinto moving on to the next level after her high school career is over. And that she's going to be playing beach volleyball. And most colleges, I'm being told, around here and on the East Coast and in the South have beach volleyball teams. It's just kind of a very strange thing to think of. I live in New Mexico and I play beach volleyball. Well, where's the beach in New Mexico?
We can make our own.
But like in Northgate, you guys have your sand. We
have 2 sand courts.
2 sand courts, thank you very much. And that is becoming more and more popular. There's that back set again. Put over with her back to the net that time. Blocked nicely by the Lady Knights. There's that roll shot there. Paulson, set, back row attack. Another good rally. Tui puts it over. Free ball situation and knocked down by Grace Paulson again.
She's very consistent.
I wish we had the stats on this, Lucila, because right now Grace Paulson is, when she swings, it's in the Knights score. 22-15, a 7-point lead now, a couple of points away here from locking up the second set and tying things up at 1 apiece. Set, spike, blocked.
Nice pickup.
Very nice. Can't get it, and that's going to be a point for, as it was just touched by Northgate. So the Knights going to get the point now.
Scored by number 13, Grace from Las Lomas.
Yeah, that's Grace Paulson again, having herself a very fine evening.
She's killing it tonight.
She really is. And the lead is ballooned to 8, 23-15. It had been a pretty close set through the middle part of the set, and that one,
that was
there
a nice
is that beautiful dig. Keep that one alive, but Tui gonna put it away.
That was a beautiful kill by Tui Saluni.
Boy, the power shot right there from Saluni to get the point, but boy, Grace Paulson on that save. I mean, that is the flat pancake. That's the lingo that I was searching for right there to keep that one alive. That was a pretty play. Another one for the highlight reel. 23-16, and Northgate going to score here to make it 23-17. Do they have a rally in them?
Nice ace served by Katie Farrell from Northgate. Oh, I'm sorry, Olivia Patterson. She's up to serve again.
Okay, here comes Patterson. 6-point lead here. And the Knights, this one's going to get away from them as well. And all of a sudden, Northgate kind of making some noise here. It looked, for all intents and purposes, Lucila, like this set was over, but here come the Broncos.
They're not giving up that fight for sure. Uh-oh, we have a problem.
And now we're ready. A little bit of talk coming from the R1, David First.
Picked up by Las Lomas.
There's Grace, nice. But nicely done by the Broncos to keep this one alive. Oh, and there's the setter dump. But Saluni is there. Back row attack. Back set. Spike.
Nice defense.
Boy, Jacinto there again. There's that roll shot. And that's going to be a point there for Las Lomas. And that makes it 24-18.
Number 13 from Las Lomas was ready for that in case it was coming over. So that was nice covering.
Set point here by the Knights. And away we go. There's a set. Spike tapped. Dug out nicely. Boy, diving to keep that alive. Beautifully done by Haraguchi. Paulson trying to end it. She can't. Haraguchi is there. Boy, dug out beautifully on the other side. Another great play. Setter dump right into the middle of no man's land for the point, and Northgate stays alive. That might have been our best point of the evening.
Yeah, that was a really nice one, especially paid out by our setter.
Blocked, trying to keep this one alive. Paulson. There's that tap shot. This one coming over, and two can't get to it. And the Knights are going to get the 25th point, and they win this one 25-19 to tie things at one apiece. So after two sets, 25-23 Northgate in the first one, 25-19 for Las Lomas in the second. We'll take time out and be back for more Battle of the Creek volleyball right here on Walnut Creek TV.
Saw you dumping your oil, now you're caught in a bust. Oh, Dan, you've got to know, dumping oil on the ground is the wrong way to go. Where's your heart? But you can't get away, you can't escape our eyes. Oil busters, we're watching you, we see your every move. Oil busters, we're watching you. Oil busters, we're watching you, watching you, watching you, watching you. When you pollute, you play with lives. You can make us all sick, and you know that ain't right. Oh, Dan, we need to know that you're changing your ways, or we're gonna go turn you in, and you'll pay a big fine. No, you can't escape our eyes. Oil busters, across the Clean Water Program and Cal Recycle.
All right, getting set for set number 3. Anthony Schultz here with Lasila Saluni of the Northgate JV team. I'm so glad that she could sit in and help out, and her little sister out there got a little dance going here. So
we get it from our parents.
But it's fun and exciting. The fans are enjoying it, and so far a very good match. 25-23 in favor of Northgate in the first set, and then Las Lomas bounced back to win 25-19 in a set that they never trailed. They got off to the fast start, and Northgate kind of stayed with it. And then it sort of at the end, the Lady Knights pulled away just a bit. Northgate made a bit of a comeback, but fell a few points short. And 1-1 going in here to the third set. Haraguchi to serve. There's that back row attack again, kind of a rolling shot. Punched over. Oh, and Laxamana on the floor to save that one. Haraguchi set. Boy, it almost sounded like she mishit that one and ended up being a perfect shot.
That was nice, and it was really short. That was really hard for Las Lomas to pick that up. Northgate serve again by number 7, Paris Haraguchi.
Yeah, Haraguchi's had a nice night serving the ball.
Yeah.
There's Laxamana able to keep that one alive. Back row attack. And this one a bit too far, coming off the hands of number 12. That would be Olivia Patterson, and a little bit too far. 1-1 here as we get the third set underway.
Las Lomas up to serve to Northgate.
Boy, right into the net. The back set was nice.
Yeah.
But the shot there right into the net, unfortunately, for Northgate, and they're going to give up the point and the lead here. So the early advantage 2-1 in favor of Las Lomas. Grace Lau, the coach of this team, played her volleyball at Western New Mexico University. And this one's going to be out too far. And that's going to make it 3-1 Knights. And her team, actually, she graduated in '92 in her senior year, and her club made the national championship tournament that year. And this one going to be a point going for Northgate.
Northgate's point served. Up to serve will be Olivia Patterson. Nice pass by Las Lomas libero.
Farrell able to play that one, and it's going to go across. Was it touched? It was. It was out of bounds, but it was touched by Las Lomas, and that's going to tie things up at 3-3.
Both teams are really trying to show who owns the creek. Olivia Patterson up to serve again.
Oh, reaching out is Laxamana at the last moment to get that one. And then holding up and not playing that one is Farrell. And again, Farrell, knowing right where the end line is, lets that one go and again makes the right decision. Of course, interesting with the libero, that substitution pattern. The libero can come in for any 2 players and you don't have to lose a substitution. Set. Saluni off the block and knocks it home, so she gets the kill, and it's 5-3. It was, 12 substitutions per team per set?
Yeah.
But when you do it with the libero, you don't lose a substitution, so going to get that quarterback of the team type of thing. Oh, and Paulson coming towards us, and she hits it, and the point is going to go the other way. So she made a nice hit, and it really kind of a spinning curveball coming right at us.
That's going to be called out.
But they have not awarded, yes they do. Now they award Northgate the point. It's 6-3. Patterson again. Back set.
Nice
Off
touch.
the block. Saluni has it rejected. There's a free ball on Haraguchi. Farrell to Patterson, and Patterson again into the net, 6-4.
Las Lomas to serve, number 10. And that will be Sydney Gisanito.
Oh, Sydney just over the net that time. Boy, it's spanked in, but that is going to be, no, it's going to be in. And the point to Northgate.
Up to serve is Dewey Saluni.
7-4 in favor of Northgate. Trying to break this 1-1 tie.
Power serve right there.
Paulson with the tap over. Northgate ready, and this one is going to go to Northgate, and that's going to be off the tap as well, off the touch as well. So Saluni will get another serve, and so far here in this third set, the Northgate Broncos doubling up on the Lady Knights. It's 8-4.
That was a nice pass. Sets the oppo. Picked up by Las Lomas.
Another rally going. Laxamana diving to keep it alive. Again with the libero. Tui's on the spot that time. Tapped over. Keeping it alive. Boy, and they get it to Paulson, who spikes it off the block and count it for Las Lomas. It kind of looks wild at times. It looks like they're out of system, but they're able to get the nice setup anyway.
Yeah.
8-5.
They definitely have a good defensive team.
Here's Laxamano, the libero to serve. One libero to another. Blocked over. Back set. Spike. Tapped over and counted for Las Lomas.
That will be Las Lomas' point due to touch on block from Northgate.
Laxamana to serve again. Tap. Keep it alive, but can she keep it inbounds? No, it's going to be a point for Northgate. So it's nice to see Laxamana in the ball game.
We have Northgate serve, number 5, Sophie Ward.
Sophie here with her team ahead 9-6.
Nice Picked up by Sophie Ward.
Here's the back set. Oh, nicely done.
Nice.
Keeping it alive. Free ball coming over.
Sets the middle. And we picked up by the setter.
Pushed over, another free ball situation. Paulson with that left hand. There's a dump.
Las Lomas.
Blocked and counted for Northgate. And the Northgate ladies over here on the sideline whooping it up. They lead it 10-6.
That was a good rally right there.
Very nicely done on both sides. But Northgate wins the point. They've got the serve and a 4-point lead, and that one too far, and a service error. I was saying just a bit ago, it's nice to see Laxamana in there. She was injured. They weren't sure that she was going to play. She burned her hands in a kitchen accident and missed the last 2 weeks. But she is back in there and playing a nice game here for the Lady Knights. Back set, but a little too far, and then rescued And they'll stay in the point. And this one is going to fall and count it for Northgate. (11-7). Favor of the Lady Broncos. There's Laxamana. Jacinto going to send this one over. Free ball situation. Set, spike, and too far, not touched by the Lady Knights. So they are going to get the point, and it's 11-8. And another hotly contested set here in set number 3. And that one is going to fall in. Or no, actually just out. Is they going to call that out? No, they're not going to call it in. That was the first time, I think, Lucille, that we've seen the Broncos misplay that one near the end line.
Yeah, it was a nice serve. Nice pickup by Las Lomas.
Boy, how did Paulson save that one? She really wasn't ready for it, but she made the play anyway. Laxamana with the diving dig. And then sent back. Boy, a lot against the net now. And Grace Paulson talking it over with the R1 David First on the far side of the floor, trying to get an explanation. Kind of with the expression on her face, Lucille, I don't think she's very satisfied with that explanation right now.
Yeah, from my view, no.
I was a little bit surprised that there was no net call that time, but the point is going to go to Northgate. They lead it 12-9. So the R2, Mike Capps, is over at the scorer's table trying to get something figured out. Well, right now, question marks over everyone's head. And, well, apparently now we've got the issue resolved and back to live action here at 12-9. Setter dump there.
Nice save.
Boy, and this one, boy, that net is just all over the place. But apparently that was because of the ball was hitting it, not one of the players. And it's going to be 13-9. Back set. Paulson, more of a roll shot than a spike that time. Kind of in between. And this one off Laxamana, and then kind of hit Grace Lindsay, number 8. And again, a couple of players not on the same page. Point going to Northgate. They lead it 14-9. Timeout on the floor.
It's been a hard set. Definitely good rallies.
A lot of rallies. You can see each point taking quite a while.
Yeah.
And the ladies setting each other up. And so far in this third set, it's Northgate with the advantage at 14-9.
The defense in this set has definitely been really good, picked up by both teams.
So I had a chance to talk to Coach Silva. He played his volleyball, played middle school volleyball, high school volleyball at Freedom, went to San Jose State and Kansas State, played ball there. And Silva took over a team that won just one match. And this year, he thinks they're going to make it to the NCS, and that would make 3 out of 4 years that the Knights will have made the tournament. So that's a habit they don't want to break.
Northgate up to serve, Katie Farrell.
So here's the Northgate libero to Laxamana. One libero to another. Here is Paulson. Northgate ready for that one.
Las Lomas back row attack.
Boy, with that roll shot this time. Tapped over, but there's Grace right on the spot. And this one's going to be out of bounds. And boy, Grace was eyeing that one all the way as she came to the near sideline. Looked like she wanted to make a play on the ball, but then saw it was going to be out to the near side.
Las Lomas up to serve, number 11.
Eva with the serve. Back set, spike, and that was way out of bounds. Grace kind of gave that one a look, but offered no attempt at the ball, and it's now 14-11, so the Knights making a nice comeback here. But again, for the most part, this set been pretty close. Here's Eva one more time.
That'll be saved by number 3.
Set, spike, blocked, and that's going to be a point for Las Lomas.
That's a kill by number 10, Sydney Jesanito. It'll be Las Lomas to serve again from number 11, Eva Nethercott.
Third time here for Eva. Set, spike, and put down and count it.
That was nice. That was nice pass, nice set, and great kill.
Yeah, Tilly able to put that one away. 15-12 now, a 3-point lead for Northgate. And the Northgate ladies on the sideline, I'd say they're having some fun.
Looks like there's a party going back there.
Here's Haraguchi. Set. And not a spike there, and wide to the right. Another point for Northgate. They lead it by 4 now, 16-12. Another serve for Haraguchi, dug out nicely by Las Lomas, and then this spike brought back, but not in bounds. So they have the double block over there on the far side. Saluni, also with Grace Dawsis, but they're unable to keep it in bounds. It's 16-13. Haraguchi sets up Saluni, who knocks it down. Laxamana diving for that one, but the chances of getting that one to a teammate very low.
That was a nice kill by Northgate.
Yeah, Saluni able to knock that one down. The lead again is 4 at 17-13. Another serve for Patterson. Set, Jacinto, and that was going to be good. Boy, Sydney Jacinto, and she kind of hit that one to the inside and spun it back the other way.
Right on the line,
now,
right for Northgate to pick up.
Are they trying to put those spins on this ball? Is that what the attempt is, or is that just the result?
The more you hit, the better you hit on the line. It's definitely more harder for the other defense to pick up.
Well, they didn't pick that one up. Point to Las Lomas. Ladies rallying again. Spike it into the net this time. And that's Ashley Bowen, rather. Not able to get that one over the net. And the Knights making a furious run here. They've cut the lead down to 2. Here's Jacinto one more time. Set, spike, blocked, saved.
Nice cover.
Tapped over as they joust, and Saluni wins that battle.
That was a good play right there, especially from our middles from Northgate.
I really love the jousting at the net, those 50-50 balls that could go either way. Northgate wins that battle.
That was a nice serve.
Well, Jacinto with a nice save, and it looks like and it will be Las Lomas getting the point. Kicking, I believe, is not legal.
Oh, it actually is.
It is.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Mm-hmm. Soccer skills come to use.
I don't think I've ever seen a volleyball player kick the ball before.
Sometimes it happens.
It sure did right there. It looked like Olivia Patterson was going for that soccer, a bicycle kick. I think is what they call it, 18-16.
She hit the home run.
Tapped over, and this one's going to be wide left. So the Knights going to get the point. It's a 1-point Northgate lead.
Up to serves the libero from Las Lomas.
Laxamana. So Madison's serve just does make it over. It's punched into the net.
She serves for the shorts for Northgate. That was definitely hard for Northgate to pick that up.
Boy, that one looked like it was on a string. It went over
Yeah.
and then just kind of stopped and rolled to the ground.
Score is 18-18. It's a close game.
All tied up. Free ball here. Laxamana sets it up.
She goes up.
There's that roll shot right in the middle of no man's land, but they're going to save it anyway.
Nice.
Farrell able to put it over. Nicely done by Northgate. This one off the antenna. And I think it was last touched by Paulson, and Northgate's going to get the point. Yes, they are, and a couple of substitutions. Reagan Richardson coming into the ball game. Sophie Ward also coming into the ball game for Northgate, and they've got the 1-point lead. I thought it was another exciting play. 19-18 Northgate. Can they increase, or will Las Lomas tie? Spiked.
Sophie Ward for the set.
Oh, one libero to another. Left hand. Boy, Farrell again. Nicely done getting that ball into the air. Paulson.
Free balled over by Northgate. Nice.
Boy, that was a beautiful play.
Nice kill by Las Lomas.
Even with the free ball, it didn't look like Las Lomas was going to be able to run much of a play, but then they got in system, if that's the right lingo, quickly and able to get the kill shot to tie it at 19-19. Here's Grace Paulson. Slammed over and way out of bounds that time. Reagan Richardson, a little overzealous that time, really didn't get that trajectory, get that ball spinning downward, and it's going to be 20-19 in favor of the Knights, and we have a timeout on the floor. We're looking ahead for Las Lomas. They'll finish up with October the 15th game against Camp Alindo. On the 17th, they'll play Acalanes. Actually, Acalanes on the 22nd. That'll be senior night at Alhambra. Then the regular season ends with a senior night right here for the Lady Knights against Miramani.
It's a really close set. Both teams are definitely they're fighting for this.
20-19 in favor of the Lady Knights, as the ladies getting set to come back on the floor here following this latest timeout. All right, here's Grace Paulson to serve. Knights lead it by 1. Boy, they're going to call a point here, and they're going to call a lift.
Lift on the setter from Northgate? I think so.
And that's, again, what, you're just kind of, the ball's in your hand too long with
Yeah.
that one? Is that?
It's pretty much like picking up the ball.
Well, that'll make it 21-19. It's going way over the side, but Las Lomas is going to keep it in play, keep the point alive. From the back row.
Sets outside.
Blocked nicely. Third one's got to come over. It does, and the point continues. Set. Back row attack. And unable to handle it is Farrell near the end line. And it's going to be 22-19 in favor of Las Lomas.
Great defense play throughout this set. Up to serve is Las Lomas, number 13, Grace.
3 points away from a 2-1 lead here is Las Lomas. Let's see if Northgate can rally, and Grace Paulson digs that one out nicely. Joust at the net, and Northgate wins this one. Again, let's see with those 50-50 balls, and Northgate able to get this one, making it 22-20.
Yeah, there was definitely a good war up on the nets. Nice serve by Sierra out of her from Northgate. Picked up by Olivia.
sent to.
Picks that up.
Blocked at the net, and then a nice recovery there by Northgate. Oh, Farrell with the play, but they can't play it out of the net. Very difficult play. Once that ball gets into the net, you're trying to get it backwards to a teammate, but the level of difficulty very high.
And especially not trying to touch that net.
23-20 in favor of the Knights, trying to put this one away and hit that time and going backwards. And now it's going to be set point. So a 4-point lead. Northgate going to need a little rally here to get into this one, and we are going to have another timeout. So timeout on the floor, third set nearing its conclusion. Knights lead it 24-20, but as the first two sets went, another very exciting set here in number 3 with the Knights looking to make it 2-1. Again, we want to thank Rocco's Restaurant and Pizzeria. They've been with us for so very long. We thank you so much for your 20 years of support. Anthony Schultz and Lucila Saluni on hand for this Dig Pink night here at the Battle of the Creek. Dig Pink in honor of breast cancer awareness. And we've been entertained mightily here tonight. Knights lead at 24-20 and see if they can't close this one out.
Game point serve will be given by Knights, number 8, Grace Lindsay.
Lindsay to serve. Set point. And this one going off. The Libero, can they save? And there's that kick.
Another soccer goal.
And I'm thinking that is coming off as the set comes to an end, 25-20. I'm thinking almost that's done out of frustration, but no, it's actually by design.
Yeah, it's possible.
That's legal. Okay, we've got a timeout on the floor. The Knights win this one. They take a 2-1 lead. We'll be back right here to Las Lomas High School for the 4th set here in the Battle of the Creek. All right, ladies, back on the floor. Set number 4 coming up. 2-1 in favor of Las Lomas. Northgate won the opener, but Las Lomas has bounced back to take the next 2. And they're going to try to close it out here and make it 3-1. The Lady Broncos trying to win and set this to that decisive 5th set, which I believe we played a 15.
Yeah. So if Las Lomas gets this one more win, then they will be they'll be the owner of the Creek.
Yeah, they'll sweep the season series with their crosstown rival. I want to make sure I got that right for you. They will finish up October the 15th against Campo, the 17th against Acalanes, 22nd senior night at Alhambra, and then they'll finish the season with Miramani. That is what's left over for Las Lomas. Jousting at the net, won by the Knights. And a quick 1-0 lead.
Up to serve is Lindsay Portier from Las Lomas.
Boy, hit hard, but touch there by the Lady Knights. Broncos Oh, there's the roll shot right over the front line and down in between a trio of Lady Knights for the point. That was probably the best roll shot I think we've seen tonight.
Yeah, it was hard for the Knights to pick that up. Now it's service number 7, Paris Haraguchi.
Set, and this one looked like that was almost pushed that time, but the Northgate going to get the ball, going to get the point rather, and make it 2-1. Next up for Northgate, they'll be taking on Miramani. That'll be on the 15th. And then the 17th, they'll take on Alhambra. This one's shot over, going backwards. Can they save it? They can't. And the Knights tie it up at 2. On the 22nd, the Lady Broncos will be at Camp Alindo to take on the front-running Camp Alindo Cougars, leading the DFAL with a 14-3 overall record and in league 5-0. So can somebody knock off the perennial power Cougars?
Free ball that over by the Knights.
Let's see what Northgate can do with it. Chasing it out here to the near side, unable to make the play here for Las Lomas. And Lindsay Portier giving that one 100% of effort. Portier, the setter, runs the offense, a sophomore, second year on varsity. And everything runs through her. She's really the quarterback of this team. This one dug out by Laxamana. Jacinto to send it over. Set, spike, too far, wide left, and the point to the Knights. A 3-3 tie.
Las Lomas is served by their libero, number 2, Madison Laxama.
Set to the far side, spike, and that one's going to be out of bounds. Not touched by Las Lomas. And they've got the lead now here in this set, 4-3.
Las Lomas with the serve.
Third one's got to come over, and it does. But right there to put it away.
That was a clean block by number 13 from Las Lomas. And that will be Grace Paulson.
Yeah, beautiful play by Grace. And she didn't wait till the ball got over the net. She reached over there and put it back. 5-3 in favor of the Knights. Broncos need to win this one to stay alive. This one, was that kicked up in the air?
That was a dig.
That was a dig. Almost I thought for a moment I saw a foot go in there. Tui putting it over, but the Knights able to rescue it at the net. Setter dump and count it right in between 4 players that time. We haven't seen the setter dump that much, but it seems like every time we see it, it's successful.
Yeah. She's pretty good with those dumps that Las Lomas cannot pick those up. Up to serve is number 3 from Northgate.
Here's Saluni. And too far, and they're going to get the service error. So the Knights now lead it by 2, 6-4.
Grace Paulson with the serve to Northgate.
And this one mishit. That's wide left.
That's an ace for the Knights.
7-4 in favor of the Knights. Paulson dropping back to serve again. There's that back set. Blocked at the net, but unable to get it back over the other side are the Lady Knights. So the Broncos pick up the point.
That was a kill by number 14, who's a freshman on varsity.
And now Lindsay Phillips, number 4, going to re-enter. And nicely saved there. And this one's going to be slammed into the net. Kind of a new team they've got here for Northgate. Graduated a couple of D1 players from a year ago. Played well. This one thrown over, and the point going to Las Lomas. And I believe that's going to make it 9-5, and it does. So the two players they lost from a year ago, Allie Silva went out to Dartmouth to play, and Aubrey Roberts went to Pepperdine to play volleyball. This one coming back, and that's going to be off the basket, and apparently that's, the ground rules say that's in.
Yeah.
Because they did not call that out immediately. Kind of came off the basketball backward, the backboard that's kind of set up in the air. And that is apparently in, but it's going to be a point for the Knights. Timeout on the floor and a 10-5 Knights lead. So the Knights trying to end this one here. Make it 3-1 as both groups talk things over. And for Northgate, they won their first 4 games this year. They beat Piedmont, Heritage, Richmond, and Kennedy, and then they lost the next 4. And Lucille and I have been talking about the fact that both these teams had a bit of that Jekyll and Hyde thing going on this year. You get on a roll, and then you kind of stumble a bit, get on a roll, and stumble a bit.
It's all about keeping up the energy on the court.
Yeah, and then after that 4-game losing streak, they won the next 2. Set, spike, tapped over. Paulson able to play it. There's that setter dump. Tapped over and got a rally going here. Nice dig, and here the back line. Paulson. And that one too far. So after that 4-game losing streak, Northgate won the next 2. September the 7th at Sacred Heart. And then they beat St. Joseph Notre Dame. That was in the Albany Cougar tournament.
Picked up by Las Lomas.
Very nicely done. And this one going to go out, and the point going to be to Northgate. And that will make it 11-6. And then following that, the Albany Cougar tournament, a pair of wins over Freedom and Berea Christian for Northgate. Then they dropped 4, then beat Miramani and Alhambra, and then dropped their last 2. So just when you think it's going good, and then it doesn't, then you think it's going bad, it starts going good again. Set, spike, dug out nicely by Laxamana. Back set.
Picked up by Paulson.
Jacinto with the hit, but Northgate's there. And then knocked down by number 15, and that is Iris McMillan. Comes up able to set that one down 12-6 now in favor of Las Lomas. Still, a long way to go in this one, but if you're Northgate, you certainly don't want to see the Lady Knights get out to too big of a lead when this is really a must-win set here for Northgate. Oh, beautifully played with her back to the net that time to keep that one alive. Back row attack. And then out on the back near corner rather. And now a baker's dozen here for the Knights.
Yeah, Las Lomas is on a lead. And up to serve is number 11, and that's Eva Nethercott.
Yeah, Eva's done a nice job with the service tonight.
Yeah, she's very consistent on her serves.
Boy, beautifully played in the back line there. Quick reaction.
Nice pass.
Setter dump.
Sets her oppo. Actually, back row.
Yes. But Northgate's on at that time. And then that one dumped in. Paulson dives for it, but can't get the pancake that time. And now it's 13-7. So a baker's dozen for Las Lomas. And 7 here for Northgate. And let's see, Northgate now gets the serve back. And let's see if they can't make a move. Farrell to serve. Tapped, spiked. Can they keep this one alive? Saluni going over there, and she was ready to do the Pele. That's how out of date with soccer I am. I'm talking about Pele. He hasn't played in 35 years. 14-7. I'm trying to think of another great soccer player, and I can't think of one.
Same here. I'm on the same page.
Set. Spike. Oh, boy, a rocket shot by Saluni. Oh. That was the fastball that time. And nobody was going to get to that.
That was a power hit.
Yeah, and Grace Lindsay was there, and by the time she lifted up the arm, the ball was already cleanly by her. 14-8 now. Haraguchi serves.
Nice.
And now they're going to call the point for, and then it's going to be into the net.
Yeah, that will be netted by number 3, Luis Aluni. Now up to serve is number 10 from Las Lomas.
Jacinto, 15-8. This one's starting to get away from Northgate here a little bit. Boy, and that one, Saluni, another fastball. And Laxamana went to try to get it, but you better get a blocker in front of her right now because she's starting to heat up. 15-9.
It's hard to pick up those hard-hit balls, especially from Northgate's middles.
Yeah, in the last couple of times, they have not been able to defend her at the net. Las Lomas with the lead, however, back set. That one slammed down, but it's going to be a point for Northgate. So we were talking about the wonderful kill percentage over there for Grace Paulson, but a little wide right this time.
That was a clean shot, but that's going to make itself out. Now up to serve is Olivia Patterson from Northgate, who's a senior.
Here is Olivia to serve. Laxamana digs it out.
Back row attack from Las Lomas. Sets the oppo from Northgate. And that will be successful for Northgate's side by their oppo hitter, number 14. And that is Grace Dawson.
15-11 now. Northgate trying to creep back into this one. They've scored the last 3. Dug out nicely that time. Laxamana. Back set. Tap, and then right into no man's land.
Score Northgate.
15-12. So Northgate has scored 4 in a row and a timeout on the floor. And well, what more can you say about Northgate right now here, Lucila? Their backs against the wall, and they respond with a nice rally.
Yeah, they're definitely picking up their defense and offense, getting their passes to the setter, and that gives them the chance for the hitters to get a kill. But overall, Las Lomas' defense is definitely picking it up throughout the set.
Making this one interesting. Just as we thought that possibly Las Lomas is starting to run away and hide a little bit, the Northgate Broncos have come back and they have found them, trailing now just by 3.
This will be Northgate's serve, and Olivia Patterson is up.
Patterson trying to keep this run alive. It's been 4 straight points for Northgate. Looking for number 5. This one's straight up and then hammered down. But boy, the libero Farrow right on that one. Beautiful save. Paulson again. And Haraguchi gets this one. Pushed over. Free ball situation. And this roll shot's not going to be there.
That was great defense by Northgate.
Yeah, Grace Lindsay trying to put that one down, unable to do so. And it's another point for Northgate, and they have cut this deficit down to 2.
They're definitely fighting.
5 straight points for the Lady Broncos. And they've put themselves back in good position here in the set. Paulson. Haraguchi's there. And this one's going to be wide left, and
Finally,
the string is broken and makes it a 16-13 game. That was a nice run there by the Broncos.
That's a point for Las Lomas. And up to serve is their libero, number 2, and that will be Madison Luxamana.
Here's Madison, and this one well short. And Maddie, a weird little finger gesture there. I'm not sure what that meant. Just like, ooh, I just missed that one. 16-14.
Northgate's up to serve.
Saluni trying to get another run going here for the Lady Broncos. Tap, spike. Back set. And that one too far. And boy, Jacinto, that one was so close. I'm surprised she let that one go. But she made the right call, so she knew exactly where that was going because that really was just a couple of inches long that time.
Close.
17-14. Set. Oh, looked like they missed that one, and now we're going to have a point. And they're going to call 4 hits on that? Is that what they're calling?
It's going to be 4.
So here's Grace Paulson dropping back to serve. 18-14 now in favor of the Lady Knights. And that one wide to the right, so a service error for Grace, and it's 18-15.
Northgate's making their way back up as Las Lomas is trying to defend their seat and their lead. Up to serve will be Sophie Ward, the setter for varsity.
Oh, that one just did make it over.
Nice play. Sets the outside.
Boy, Paulson trying to rescue that one over right near the steps with the R1, unable to get it. It's 18-16 now. Northgate continues to battle hard here in set number 4. Back set, spike, tapped. And Jacinto again at the back line making the right read. So far on that play, only one time have we seen it misplayed all night long. Other than that, the ladies in the back line have been very aware of where that ball is going and knowing when to let it go. Oh, tapped over nicely, but saved nearly by Laxamana, but the Knights can't keep it going, and it's 19-17. But boy, Laxamana again with that pancake. That was a beautiful play.
Up to serve is Northgate's number 9, Sierra Edeker.
Let's see if Sierra can get the Broncos back on another roll.
Picked up by Las Lomas.
And this one too far. So Northgate going to get another point, and it's 19-18.
Very close game. Close set.
Set number 4, but this could be the match if Las Lomas is able to hold on to this lead. Laxamana, set, Paulson driving it, and this is going to be off the hands of one of the Broncos, and that is going to be a point for Las Lomas. And out there that time for the Broncos, number 9, Sierra Ediger, but unable to do anything with it. It's 20-18, and here's Eva back to serve. Eva's been pretty successful with the serves here tonight. Usually when she's back there, she gets a couple of chances. Set, spike, tapped. Oh, nicely picked up that time. Keep it alive. And here we go with yet another rally. Setter dump, and that one works again. Eva on the dive, but she could not get to it. And a very well executed setter dump. And that's going to make it, I believe, 20-19.
These setting dumps are definitely working for Northgate.
Very well. We're not seeing it a lot tonight, but when we are seeing it, it usually counts as a point for the team that's doing the dumping. Here is Jacinto. Farrell was on that one. And that's going to be too far from Grace Paulson. And we are tied at 20-20.
This is a good set right now. Northgate's trying to take it to their 5th, and Las Lomas is trying to take it to the win.
Coming over. And hit Paulson. All of a sudden, they have quieted Paulson down lately here. Back set. Here's Grace again. And that one is going to score for Grace Paulson. Just as I said, they were quieting her down a little bit. She comes up with a big spike and a score.
Most of the sets
21-20.
are getting set to Grace Paulson, like you said. I can definitely see that right now.
But we saw a stretch of times when Paulson was not able to get the kill.
Yeah.
And Northgate was playing some good defense and keeping those alive. 21-20 now. Set, tapped over, and then hit again. Laxamana was in position to get it, but one of the teammates tipped it away from her, and we're all tied at 21.
Up to serve is Paris Haraguchi from Northgate.
Tied at 21. Back set. Jacinto from the corner, but she has it put right back down in her face, 21-22. 22-21 in favor of Northgate.
Nice block by Olivia Patterson over there from the outside hitter for Northgate.
And at one time, this was a 15-7 score, if memory serves, and now with Northgate trailing at that point, and now they lead it 22-21.
Definitely fighting.
Some good action here in set number 4. Northgate took the first, but it was Las Lomas who bounced back nicely to win the next 2. But now it's Northgate who's trying to tie it up and send us in to that set number 5.
As the crowd goes crazy.
Not a bad crowd here tonight, given it's a Thursday night and a school night.
Unless PG&D wants to turn off.
Yeah, hey. If the power is off at your house, you might as well be here watching volleyball.
Might as well.
The power was turned off, I believe, in parts of Marin County. It was supposed to be turned off in Pittsburgh last night. We kept waiting for that, but thank God the power stayed on. 22-21 in favor of Northgate. Paulson has this one blocked. Boy, and there's that tap by Saluni, and that one scores. And again, coming with that changeup.
Northgate's coming back for the set win with a lead of 2 points.
23-21 Northgate. And now it's the Lady Knights who need to rally. Set. Saluni taps it over, and this one's going to be touched in front and then going to drop, and it's set point coming up here for Northgate. Boy, the fans love it. Haraguchi now trying to put it away, a 3-point lead for Northgate. Can Las Lomas keep this one alive? Set. Back row attack. Haraguchi's on that one. Put back over. Set. Far side spike, and this one is going to go out of bounds to the right.
Wow.
And the Northgate Broncos with a big rally and a very convincing win here in set number 4. They win it 25-21, and we are all tied at 2 apiece. And now we'll come up with set number 5. Exciting action here at the Battle of the Creek Volleyball Edition. A 2-2 tie. We'll be back with set number 5 right after this. All right, back for the deciding set number 5. This one will be played to 15. And this will be a winner-take-all for this match. And Northgate, where they were trailing midway through, 15-7, if memory serves. They came back to win that one 25-21 to force this 5th set. So they take the first one, do the Lady Broncos, and they take the 4th one. And the middle 2 won by Las Lomas. And now here is set number 5.
Sets the outside and picked up by number 10 from Las Lomas.
Boy, that's Jacinto again. Nice save, and this one coming off. And Northgate not able to play that one 1-0 in favor of the Knights.
Up to serve is Lindsay Portier. Number 7 from Las Lomas, the Knights.
Set, spike, blocked. Oh boy, there is Laxamana with that save. Beautiful dig that time. Blocked at the net, but they can't return it. And that is going to be a point for Northgate. We are tied at 1.
That was from Saluni from Northgate's side. Up to serve will be Paris Haraguchi, number 7.
And Haraguchi. Set. Spike.
Right over the block.
Back set. Paulson slaps it over, and the Broncos can't chase it down. Haraguchi in the vicinity could not make the play. 2-1 in favor of the Knights. We've been treated to a lot of exciting volleyball here tonight. So glad you could be with us on Dig Pink Night here at Battle of the Creek from Las Lomas High School.
Up to serve is Jacinto from Las Lomas, number 10.
There's Jacinto with the serve. Dug out nicely that time. Blocked. Broncos keep it alive. Blocked at the net. Able to keep that one alive. This one going into the net, and the point for the Broncos. It's 2-2.
Northgate's middles doing their job, making sure the middle of the net is being blocked. Up to serve is Olivia Patterson, number 12.
Ashley Bowen, number 15, checking back into the ball game. 2-2, and trying to dig it out that time is Jacinto, but she really just kind of reached out, was not able to take a step up into it and make the play. So it's 3-2 in favor of the Broncos. Remember, short set here, just up to 15. This one rolling right along. I remember back in the old days before they had the rally scoring. Well, those games used to take forever. Not any longer. Set, spike. Tapped over, far side, punched it over, but around the antenna on the far side, and the Knights going to get the point here, 3-3.
No soccer kick that set.
Going to have some football coming up for you here on the battle on the Walnut Creek TV a couple of weeks from now. Set, tapped over. There's Laxamana. Paulson, and nice. This one hit backwards. Haraguchi is there, and they're going to get it back over. Nicely done by the Broncos. Paulson again. That one tapped, and this one she puts it home. You know, they going through these stretches where they're controlling Grace, but then all of a sudden you give her too many swings, and some of them are going to find the range.
She's on fire tonight. Number 13 from Las Lomas.
Here's Laxamana, the libero. 4-3 Knights. Far side. Lax gets that one up into the air. Third one's got to go over. It does. Tapped over. Oh, and just riding the net that time. Going to the far side, and that was going to be just out.
It was a good call.
So that shot going diagonally across the floor, but a little too far on the far side, and it's 4 apiece. Saluni. Broncos trying to reclaim the lead. Oh, and Jacinto reaching out, unable to get to that one. That was spanked right past her, and the Broncos lead it 5-4.
Up to serve, Saluni.
And too far.
It's going to make its way out. Las Lomas' point.
Yeah, Jacinto was backing up on that one. Made the right decision again to let it go. So a service error makes it 5 apiece.
Yeah.
Oh, and Grace Paulson out of the net. So the service error from the captain, that makes it 6-5.
Lindsay Phillips from Northgate with the serve. Picked up by Las Lomas' libero.
Back set. This one knocked backwards. Not able to keep this one in. So Farrell getting over there, but cannot get that one to a teammate. 6-6. And that's in. Boy, that serve just did hit the line. And that, again, one of the few times we've seen that one misplayed.
That was a nice serve by Grace Lindsay.
Well, here's Grace one more time, and that was really a perfect spot. And Grace again. Set, tapped over, and Jacinto looking at the libero, Laxamana. And Jacinto says, you take it, and Laxamana says, you take it, and nobody does, and it's a point for Northgate, 7-up.
Number 9 from Northgate's here, Eddiher with the serve.
So nobody's been able to get on a roll here. Not here in this 5th set. Jacinto. Spike. And off of one of the Lady Knights. And Grace Paulson tapped it but couldn't get it back the other way. The Broncos lead 8-7. Timeout on the floor.
The crowd is ready.
There's a cheering section over there. They got about 5 of them.
We should put the crowd in.
They are really excited. 8-7 is the score. Ladies talking it over on either side. And in the first 4 sets, each team was able to get their runs. And one of the teams in each set, Lucila, was able to kind of make a run and separate themselves from their opponent. But so far in this 5th set, that has not been the case. I don't think anybody's led by more than 2 so far in this set.
We only have one lead, and that's by Northgate.
Broncos 8, Knights 7. And now following the timeout, we're ready to resume action.
Pass by Las Lomas libero.
Beautiful diving save that time with the dig. And this one hits the top of the net and doesn't roll over. It kind of bounced back, had that spin like it was going to go over, but just didn't. 8-8.
That was a nice pickup, though, by Sierra Eddiher. And now up to serve is number 11 from Las Lomas, Eva Nethercott.
And we told you about the success that Eva's had with the serve. Let's see if she can repeat some of that. This one blocked, and it's going to fall right in between all the players. And then coming off the block like that and just taps out a little bit, and nobody can get to it. It's 9-8 in favor of the Broncos. Boy, this one just going back and forth here.
Katie Farrell up to serve for Northgate.
Here's the lady in black. Tapped over, they joust at the net, and the Broncos win it. The ball came down near the Las Lomas logo in the middle of the floor. Laxamana made the dive, but could not make the play. It's 10-8. Farrell. Laxamana.
Back row.
I love that. The attempt is great. And a near bicycle kick again, but apparently if you're kicking the ball in volleyball, the success rate not real high.
Yeah, pretty much. That should be your last option, but.
And it was. It looks good.
Yeah.
It looks good. They're making the effort. Couldn't get the ball back over to the other side. 10-9 now in favor of Northgate as Las Lomas picks up that last point. And this one is going to be dumped in. Boy, that one was really thrown into that near corner here. That was beautifully done.
Nice. Yeah, she definitely set it to the place where it's pretty hard to pick up for any team. That was done by Saluni.
Yeah, you talk about getting it into a perfect spot. That was it. 11-9 now. Here's Haraguchi into the net with the service error, and that'll make it just a 1-point lead here in favor of the Broncos.
Las Lomas is up to serve. 10-11.
Broncos have dropped their last two to Campo and Acalanes, trying to get off the skid here going into the last 4 games of the regular season. This one coming over. Back set. Paulson, spike off the block, count it for the Lady Knights. It's 11-11. And timeout on the floor. 11 apiece. What a 5th set.
This is a good game. Both teams are definitely working for it.
So you have Las Lomas, who's lost their last 3, and you've got Northgate lost their last 2. So both of them are trying to get back into the win column going into those last 4 games of the season. Now, when I talked to Coach Silva, he seemed pretty confident that they were going to make the NCS and make it 3 out of the last 4 since he took over the club. And that did a really nice turnaround when you take over a club that won only 1 match.
Yeah.
And then now looking at 3 out of 4 years being in the NCS. That is quite a success story for Las Lomas. But right now they are tied 11-11. And Las Lomas coming in just 1-3 overall in the DFL. 12-10 overall. Northgate at 11-11, 2-3 in league coming in. Here's Jacinto. Haraguchi, this one pushed over. And then Jacinto went after that one, thinking that was going to stay in. Set, tapped over. Paulson is there. Here's that roll shot. Another rally off the block and count it for Northgate.
Great play, both teams. But that was a nice hit by Reagan Richardson.
12-11. Sent over. Laxamana. Setter up. Nobody's there. Boy, and you can see some of the frustration from Lindsay Portier, number 7, and she just kind of spanked that ball away from her.
Yeah.
She knows they've been burned with that setter dump a few times here tonight, and they get burned again. 13-11 in favor of Northgate. So it's 13-11 in favor of the Broncos as we've got a timeout. So 15 would be a winner, but you do have to win by 2. And the fans really into it here tonight on a Thursday evening here
I'm
in
enjoying
Walnut
the
Creek.
bobbleheads. I like the view from here. There you go.
They take their sports seriously. All right, following the timeout, The Broncos have the serve. They have the lead 13-11. 2 more points to close it out. Nice diving play there by the libero, keeping that one alive. So locks him out of the nice play. Back set. There's Lax one more time. Spiked over, and that's going to be touched by Northgate, and that is going to be a point for Las Lomas, making it 13-12. And that was
for Northgate, yep. Now it's Las Lomas' point. Now we're at 12-13. 12-9, 13 Northgate.
Yeah, I think Haraguchi reached up, touched that at the last moment, but I think she knew that ball was actually going out. That was just a quick reaction. Boy, there's that dump over. Laxamana with the diving save. Beautiful dig by the libero. Back set, spike, blocked. Tapped over again, but there's Laxamana. They're really getting onto that one. Made the nice adjustment there. This one sent over, Laxamana there. Oh, Paulson saves. I thought that was going out initially, and now it's going to be a point for Northgate. Another excellent point. It's 14-12 the Broncos, and this is match point right here. But they're going for that. They talked about that little changeup with that tap.
Yeah.
To try to put it right over instead of going with the spike. And then you saw the libero creeping up that time. And the last couple of times, Las Lomas was ready for that play.
Yeah.
So a good adjustment on that side. But unfortunately for the Lady Knights, they are facing a match point here. And let's see if the Northgate can put it away. This one coming over. Laxamana with the dive. Set, spike, and that one is out, is it? Point for Las Lomas. They're going to call it in. So Las Lomas, by a whisker, stays alive. It's 14-13. Now, it got to win by 2, so if the Knights can get 1 more point, that'll make things, at least they would have a couple more to give. Or at least I should say 1 more to give.
Yeah. Well, Grace is with the serve.
Set, spike. And that one's out, and Las Lomas is going to tie it up at 14. Now, 16 would be a winner if one of the teams can get the next 2.
14-14, Knights to Northgate.
Boy, Haraguchi chases this one down. Sent over. Boy, almost a lack of communication, set or dump, but the Broncos are ready for it. Hit at the net.
Picked up by Las Lomas.
Boy, block and then score for Northgate.
What a game.
Reagan Richardson with the play that time to make it 15-14. Set point again here for the Broncos. That'll be their second tonight.
Here goes the lead.
Match point, excuse me. Match point, their second of this set. Oh, beautiful dig there by Grace. She's going to put this one over.
Sets outside.
Laxamana.
Libero is doing her job on Northgate's side. Las Lomas.
Another rally here. Set, spike, right past Laxamana for the game winner. The match winner. It's 16-14 a final and a 3-2 win in the match for Northgate, and they earn the season split with their crosstown rivals.
Great play. It was a good game. Both teams, great defense, great offense plays.
So for the Northgate Broncos, they ended up winning the first. They lost the next 2, but they battled back and win 4 and number 5 to take it by a final of 3-2. And for the Broncos, they moved their overall record now. They are above 500 at 12-11. And in the DFL, they moved to 3-3. For Las Lomas, they fall to 12-11. And they run their record in the DFL now to 1-4. And Lasilas, thank you so much for sitting in here tonight. And I tell you, that was a very exciting game. And that last set, nobody could seem to pull away, but Northgate able to claim victory in the end.
Yes, it was a good game. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for being with us here on Walnut Creek TV. For Lasilas Saluni and everybody here at Walnut Creek TV, I'm Anthony Schultz saying good night from Las Lomas High School.